Good afternoon, and wherever you are in the world, just know that you should know that Manchester is red. It has been like that from the last 50, 60, 100 years, and it will always be like
Be
that.
like that.
Always, always, always.
Always, always,
Correct.
always.
Correct.
The first question I gotta ask everybody is what they are drinking. What are they drinking?
What am I not drinking?
I got a rum
I got
punch.
a nice celebratory glass of red wine for me here. So
No, train start back for me now. So
Ref,
I had a
ref is
yeah.
drinking. Ref is drinking vodka, and that is very good to see. That is what I love to see on the old talk. I love it. What are you drinking, Mark Lewis?
A coconut cream punch creme. Yeah.
That's a good choice. And Debbie, you say you're drinking a celebratory rum punch or wine?
Oh,
red
wine.
wine.
Yeah.
A red wine. That's good to hear. Cheers, guys. And I guess let's get straight into it. Right now, obviously, the Manchester Derby played yesterday, but coming up to the Derby, people would have made predictions. Whether you are Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan, football fan, Man United fan, doesn't matter. Everybody was making predictions, right? Let me go back to what the guys on the United Hour. Let me see what predictions they made. So give me 2 minutes and let's get this.
I don't think we're going to get a repeat of the first game where it was high scoring. I think this might be 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw.
People in the comments, let me know, make your prediction. Let me know your predictions for this game. Martin is saying City have lost against Brentford, against Southampton, and within recent times drawn against Everton. As United fans, this is another game for United to win. Talk to me, Bradley. Where's your prediction for this game?
If you win the game, it will be very close. 2-1. This is the best chance for us to win a game against City. We're in better form than them, but
give me a prediction. Give me a prediction.
All right. I would love Man U to win 2-1, humbly, but I think the game will end 3-0. Don't get mad at me. I just being real. City and us is like they're not on that level. As
Penny done mad with Devin for saying 2-all. So she real mad with you. As far as she concerned, City mustn't get no goals.
United, if United or City 2-1 or a draw, and funny enough,
some big predictions in the chat.
If United win, but I would like it. It'll be a 95th corner header from Weghorst.
I think this time City is going to play with a little more respect, but I also think we are going to play better. And I don't see us running up a big score. What I would say.
Noted. Manchester United.
my prediction is 2-2 as well.
All right, guys, that was previously on the United Hour, and those guys gave their predictions. No, came Saturday morning at 7:30 my time and Devin's time, and probably 8:30 you guys' time.
Yeah.
And after 90 minutes, we were all jumping and celebrating and what's not. But I'm not gonna lie, I literally could not get any sleep the night before. I was dead. I was like, no. I actually. So this is what happened. I went to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up exactly at 7:30 to watch the game. I could not get any sleep before, and this was a different feeling prior to us assigning. This is a different feeling to us appointing Ten Hag. Under all that, I couldn't give a shit. I was like, you know what, we got to play Manchester City. Whatever time the game is at. If I wake up late, fine. If I wake up early, fine. But no, I literally couldn't get any sleep last night. But yeah, tell me how you guys feeling, and tell me how you guys thought of the performance versus Manchester City yesterday.
Well,
It was definitely an outstanding team. Um,
yeah,
to me, what I loved most about that match is seeing how the side responded after we went down, which was such a difference from how we would have responded in seasons past under previous managers. But it seemed like we fought harder. I love the changes from Ten Hag. I love bringing Garnacho in. Garnacho was an absolute game changer in that game. You bring him on against tired legs. I think it was yeah, I think he was going up against Kyle Walker if I remember right, and just as Kyle Walker's legs were tired, Garnacho was running at him. He got a very well deserved assist, an absolutely great cameo. I think it was an absolute masterclass playing Luke Shaw from the start because now it also gives him and Varane time to start building chemistry. And to me, this was a warm up match before we played Barcelona where Martinez is suspended. So it was great to see that partnership thriving. Um, I am very happy right now, but my mindset is still for the rest of the season is cautiously optimistic because I know I was not the only fan who held their breath when Marcus Rashford went down. And I thought our season was about to get derailed after that point. Thank God he was able to finish out the match. I hope it's nothing too serious with him. But yeah, it just showed me why we need more depth. But I am so glad with that result. It's always a good day when we beat City, and it just shows once again Manchester is red.
correct.
Mark,
No,
Mark, Mark, on your ref, talk to me about yesterday's performance.
Well, yesterday, as you say, you couldn't sleep. I sleep because I know that yesterday we would not get trash like the first game. It would not be like that. That game yesterday proved that besides Manchester United being red, Manchester being red, it proved that our players have come a long way from previous seasons. Whereas when we go a goal down, the floodgates open. You understand? I know the goal was coming because in the first half, the chances we created that we didn't put away, that's how football is. When you don't put away chances, the other team will score against you. I'm just mad that in Grealish score. Don't rate him at all.
I,
Yeah, son.
I haven't rated Grealish since he went to Man City, but yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. But I love how we responded after. As Devin say, and I think Chad said it too, it was a chess match. And it's who made the better moves. And Ganacho against tired legs, yeah, it's a win-win situation every time. The youngster fearless.
Yeah.
That's why he's fearless. He's just picking it up and running at you. When Rashford went down, I said, all right, okay. We can't end up like Liverpool, where Van Dijk gone down and injured and we crash after that. So now we ain't gonna end up like that. So I ain't even study that. But you see, the second half and the fight and the effort each player give to make ensure that we come away with that 3 points, that was tremendous yesterday.
Yeah.
And for the people who have the real Wan Bissaka, or they could keep him. We will work with this one. Yeah. we will keep this one. the people who body snatch Wan Bissaka, or they could keep him. Keep that version.
Boy, Wan Bissaka definitely has been an improvement this January. But before I go to that, obviously, ref, talk to me about the performance yesterday and what's not.
I unfortunately I couldn't watch the game because right now we are doing some preseason preparations for our local season upcoming.
Well, tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel.
Well, here this now, boy. At the end when I asked my partner, hey, what going on with the match? And he looked like he just lost his life savings. I said, but what going on here? And then he turned the phone screen to show me Marcus Rashford on the ground dying or near death.
Yeah, boy.
And I say, well, yeah, that is it. That is it. And I don't know what it is, and I feel I'm going to call Marcus Rashford Chef Chelios from Crank. You understand? Because that man take a serum. And it was just action after that. Pure action. So Marcus Rashford, you are Chef Chelios to me, all right, partner?
Yeah,
so Crank, you understand? You crank. I was a bit surprised with the result, in all fairness, because I thought it would have been a draw.
Okay.
And then when I looked over the highlights and I saw the manner in which we played and the way we comprehensively beat City off the park in the second half, you cannot tell me Wan-Bissaka running past men like traffic cones. You understand? So I was a bit surprised of the result. I'm grateful for the result. And it's on to the next. So it's on to the next, man. It's on to the next. I've told people years we have a crop of players that can win games, that can do things.
Correct.
And it's clicking now. It's clicking.
Correct.
Yeah.
My take on it is that it was a game of two halves, and by that I mean the first half we definitely restricted City. I saw the strategy that Ten Hag was trying to deploy in the first half, but then you realize that in the second half, when City scored, we then had to change our tactics. Also, when we went ahead 2-1, I realized that Ten Hag was saying 3. So now he's saying 3 at the back, but then like two wing backs as well too, right? So you can see that Ten Hag has some really good in-game management as well too, right? Before we continue with the Manchester Derby, let's go back to a topic that should probably take us 2 minutes to discuss each, and this is like a top shotter and a boo-boo man of the week, right? Now, as I said before we started the live stream, a lot has gone on within the last week in the world of football, right? I decided to go last. I will go last on this one because there's so much boo-boo man and top shot in my mind that I just have a feeling that you guys will just pick each one out of my mind and be like, you know what? Whatever, right? It's not about you guys, right? I can start with Devin first. I don't know if you have any top shot or boo-boo on your mind this week. It could be anything football related.
I kind of have this one that I have 2 top shotters and 2 boo-boo men for this week. To be
I
very
can't
honest.
allow that. I can't allow that. You got to give only one. Sorry.
All right, then in that case, I have to give it to Eric, top shotter.
Yeah, Eric Ten Hag is their top shotter.
Eric Ten Hag,
obvious
it was
reasons.
it was an absolute masterclass of a performance. He brought that side out. I thought his in-game management was incredible. I thought he got all of his substitutions spot on. I love how he inspired the side after we went down, and the man is doing everything right now. I especially love the comments he said about Old Trafford is like a fire waiting to be lit, and when you light it, be ready. It was something along those lines, and I loved it. It was absolutely spectacular. My boo-boo man now. Damn, I got 2 big ones right now. But if I have to pick one, you know what? Because I know that my second choice is gonna get picked. I'm gonna go with Juventus.
What's the reason for that? With Napoli, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I took an absolute bush bath in that game. I think Juventus was also competing for top of the league, for title winning the Serie A and everything too. I went out there and Napoli just absolutely waxed the floor with them, losing 5-1 like that in that fashion. It was quite shocking to say the least. They were lucky to get a goal back from the Argentinian scum that's Angel Di Maria, but besides that, it was an absolute walloping. And yeah, so I will give my boo man to Juventus for this week.
Darren or Mark Lewis, talk to me. Boo man or top shotter of the week? Any scenario, any player, any manager, any team comes to mind?
Yeah. I have. Top shotter of the week is our new signing. Come to where the big boys play. Come to where the big boys play. Don't be wasting your time and your talents in other leagues. Yeah. Don't come on.
Yeah.
And Bowman and the whole Liverpool team, the whole Liverpool organization.
That's what Boomer going from my head. Yeah, that's one. That's one. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness, the whole Liverpool organization. because Brighton Hove is not a slouch of a team,
Yeah.
but to be completely taken out of the game like that, I expected more from Klopp and that
And
team.
Brighton was missing one of their best players too.
Exactly. And I want to focus in on this point. When you have Danny Welbeck,
Capital man in the box.
thank you, Mark.
And scoring.
Thank you, Mark.
That's one top shot going for me already. Jesus Christ.
But you also have to add in his celebration. What celebration he did afterwards, which was yes.
Rashford.
But Jesus
Yes.
Christ, that's another top shot gone. Oh my God.
Rashford.
So Liverpool just finished the season respectfully. Give a few good performances in the end so people could put respect on their name. But no. Nah, man.
What about you,
Yeah.
Mark? What top shot or boo man comes to you?
My boo man is another organization.
Oh Lord.
You see that Chelsea organization?
Oh gosh. Hey.
They did win this weekend, so I have to give
Yeah,
them
they
Yeah.
did win this weekend, but
You win and you're still 10th. You're buying everybody. Everybody under the sun you're buying. And your performance level not raising at all. You need to buy common sense.
Yeah.
That Chelsea organization, buy some common sense. You're going through a rut. You're going through a rut. Accept the fact. You buy a man and he debut, he banned for 3 games.
that's sad.
That is real sad.
That's sad.
Like maybe that's the first time I ever see that happen. You understand?
Mm-mm.
So that Chelsea organization, I have more, but you say only get one. That was my boo man for the week, for the month actually.
For the month.
Yeah. And my top shutter.
Top shot, yeah.
See that guy called Marcus.
You see, next time we're doing this top shot, I going first.
Yeah. You see that guy? I would say Marcus, but you see Benny McCarthy.
Yeah, boy.
For the work that he's doing with Marcus Rashford and the other strikers at Manchester United, hats off to that brother.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a totally different Marcus Rashford. Totally different. And the celebration that's going worldwide, yeah.
But that's my display name here right now.
Nice man.
Nice.
So that's my 2 picks.
Yeah. I mean, like as I mentioned, next time I do top shot and boo boo man, I gotta go first. But no. I had 3 in mind, and all 3 were called for both top shot and boo boo man. Right. At the end of the day, my top shot was definitely Marcus Rashford, because that guy has been a phenom.
On fire.
That guy has been a phenom for the last month and a half or so. So I hope he definitely keeps up the work rate, and keeps on scoring goals for us. My top shotter was definitely Joe Felix. Joe Felix, definitely welcome to the Premier League.
All right then.
And it's funny because you could also say Joe Felix could be the top shotter and boo boo man of the week. I hear why I say this, right? Because Joe Felix is the boo boo man because obviously he got sent off on his debut, which means that he misses 3 matches.
3 games.
According to the loan that Chelsea paid, Joe Felix would have been paid $675,000 per match. Now that Joe Felix is missing 3 games, that has gone up. Think about it. So right now, that guy could possibly be paid over $1 million per match from the time his next game versus West Ham to the time.
Wow.
Think about it. So he could be on a top charter in the same week, right?
Best I go to English Premier League and get sent off, right?
Yeah.
Oh man! Before we go to the number one discussed topic of yesterday, let's go
Well,
through.
let me give honorable mentions now because the other two that I was going to say they didn't get called, which very much surprised me. So my second shout for top shutter was going to be Luke Shaw.
Yeah,
The man has been playing out of position at an absolute masterclass, especially against Erling Haaland, an absolute masterclass. And also the honorable mention for Booba Man had to be Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, boy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anybody watch the last?
Wow.
Yeah, boy, that fumble for the first goal from Saka. Oh my God!
my
Boy, I can see why you retired from international football, boy.
Yeah, boy. Wait. That was a
I
cowabunga.
was actually very surprised. I was very surprised that nobody here called Lloris. I was very surprised at that.
I'm
I tried to forget it, you know.
yeah.
I really
That's
actually
it.
tried
I
to
really
forget
tried to
it.
forget it. I tried to forget it because I mean, when DDG off, he horribly off. So I can't really call Loris for almost doing something in the same category now.
Yeah.
I also believe that he could have done more on that second strike. I believe he was out of position for that strike. So that's two mistakes in a match of that magnitude. Like,
Yeah, he had a whole lot today.
Not having that.
Yeah. Today he messed himself today. Messed himself big time today.
Yeah, definitely. If anybody doesn't know what Devin is talking about, North London Derby finished about half an hour ago, about 5 minutes ago. And for the first goal, Hugo Lloris was totally responsible for it with his butterfingers or butter hand.
Butterfingers.
Right. So yeah. Let's go through some comments here. Martin Phillip. Manchester City fan, but I always give props because at the end of the day, Martin is always here on the United Hour supporting us, whether we win, lose, or tie. Manchester City fans. So kudos to you. Good afternoon to you as well, Martin Phillip. Right? I'm gonna skip that comment and I'll go to Colin Peters. It's funny because under Ole, he somewhat had Pep's number. But this was different cause we actually played football. I definitely agree.
Yeah. Totally agree.
All right. So let's get down to what was one of the most discussed topics yesterday amongst the football world and Manchester City fans, right? So, if everybody watched the Manchester Derby yesterday, there was an equalizer from Manchester United. Obviously, Jack Grealish scored, and then there was an equalizer from Bruno Fernandes. But the pass from Casemiro, everybody thought that Marcus Rashford would have been the one to at least approach the football and take it towards goal. But it seems that the ball, in quotation marks, went to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno slots it home one time, and the referee calls it as offside. We saw Bruno dramatically saying, no, 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 and going to the linesman. Now, this was a decision that resulted in the decision being overturned, and it was given as a goal. Right? Now, we have Ref here on the panel to give us his insight and give
clear it up.
Yeah, I guess clear it up and give his perspective, right? The first question I got to ask Ref is, did you see the incident? That's all I got to see.
Yes, I saw the incident in the game highlights and other individuals forwarding this clip to me, asking me to explain it, to explain the both the incorrect decision, quote unquote, and how it was resolved. So yeah, I saw it.
Perfect. Now, I guess the main question I gotta ask you right now, obviously everybody will have different opinions, and I will get to Devin and Mark afterwards, but I want to hear your reasoning. I want to hear why you arrived at this conclusion, right? Doesn't matter if it was or not legit, but I guess the main question we gotta ask, was Bruno Fernandes' goal versus Manchester City yesterday legit?
Yes, it was 100% legit, and we need to understand a few pillars of information first to build our foundation and as to how it was legit. Law 11 in the laws of the game is the offside, and the assistant referee, his main duty is to uphold and exercise that law. If he could get anything else wrong in it, he could miss a throw in, he could give a wrong call for goal kick or corner kick, it would be sorted out. But law 11, that is your bread and butter. If you get that wrong, you should put on the flag. First things first. So let us understand what is the offside position. And the long story short of what the offside position is, because I don't want to go into all the jargon, is any part, if a player is in an offside position if any part of the head, body, feet is nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second to last defender. So we've seen in recent times where the computer generated image of where the player is, and you see a line drawn, and you see the toe is offside, the head is offside, the shoulder is offside. Any goal scoring part of your body that is nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second to last opponent, you are in an offside position.
Yep.
All right? Bear in mind, it is not an offense to be in an offside position. So you can line offside whole day. No
True.
problem, you could stay there. You understand? So let's put a pin in that right there.
Correct.
We're going to get into the offense, and here is where we're going to dissect Rashford's movement and Rashford's involvement in that scenario. A player in an offside position is only penalized once he receives a pass by a teammate and becoming an active play. Now, the player who receives that pass in an offside position has to become active. The pass could be played to him and he could stand up and watch it roll. The pass could be played to him and he could leave it alone. But once he becomes active, he is now penalized for being in an offside position. And you can become active under 3 circumstances here, according to the laws of the game.
Okay.
You could become active by interfering with the play, interfering an opponent, or gaining an advantage. The most applicable of those 3 in terms of the Rashford debate, Rashford's involvement, is interfering with an opponent, because you can interfere with an opponent by preventing the opponent from playing the ball, attempting to or playing the ball. You could interfere with an opponent. You could interfere with an opponent for challenging for the ball. You can interfere with the opponent by clearly attempting to play the ball. All right? So Marcus Rashford's run. People would say, but ref, look, Marcus Rashford was running alongside the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no problem. Did he touch the ball?
Nope.
Good. So he is not going to be penalized under the first criteria, which is interfering with play. Okay? Did he gain an advantage? By gaining an advantage, meaning the ball rebounded and it came back to Marcus Rashford, or the goalkeeper saved it and it came back to Marcus Rashford and he played the ball. Did that occur?
Nope.
So under the third criteria, no, he's not going to be penalized. Under the second and most applicable criteria in terms of, did he prevent any of the City players from playing the ball?
Nope.
Nope.
Did he by his presence or him running alongside the ball, distract the goalkeeper from making a save or attempting to make a save?
So
No.
I could play a little devil's advocate right now. Something that another United fan brought up to me, and your explanation for the last couple of minutes was really articulate. Thanks for that. Obviously, more questions to follow.
No problem.
What a United fan pointed out to me was that had Marcus Rashford not been in that position, Ederson would have come to sweep the football.
Very much so.
No,
Very much so.
I take it as I don't care. The point is Marcus Rashford was in an offside position.
Yes, he was.
He was not offside. A lot of people can't figure out the difference.
Understand that, yeah.
All right. And then,
as you said, you can be offside all day, every day for 90 minutes.
yes,
Yeah.
you can.
soon as you interfere with play,
with the ball. And
as soon as you become active, as soon as you become an active part of the play for just for stretching it out or
Yeah.
bringing other angles, then you will be penalized for being in an offside position.
perfect.
All right. Now,
And to me, the only person Marcus would have been obstructing is Bruno Fernandes.
thank you very much. His own teammate.
Because
Uh,
the city defenders, they were all chasing.
Thank you
They were
very much.
behind. And that's what people not seeing. One, he didn't touch the ball. He was not obstructing none of them. Because the pass beat about three of them. And them were chasing the ball.
Akanji? Was it Akanji, the guy that was chasing Rashford?
I believe Akanji was
I
one of
think
the
it's
guys. Yeah?
Ake. I think it's Ake was one of them.
It was a kanji.
I couldn't remember
Okay.
which one it was. Do you all believe that he would have gotten to that ball if Rashford was not there?
No.
Yes.
No.
The city defender would have been able to play the ball had Marcus Rashford been in an onside position.
Yes.
No,
That's
I
how it
thought
is.
so.
Yes.
So with
Devin?
that, and so this is the argument that I am hearing. The counter argument for most other fans is that if Rashford was not doing that, like running over the ball, then was it Ake? Yeah, I guess we'll say Ake. He would have been able to get that ball, or Ederson would have cleared that ball out. So in that case, would that not be him being active, making an active impact on the play? That's the argument that I keep on hearing from people.
Right.
But
No,
I keep on going back to I go back to the 2017 FA Cup final. Anybody remember how Alexis Sanchez scored in that game?
Uh-huh.
That's when Paul Pogba gave him the assist, right?
For the FA Cup final? No, he was
FA
still at
Cup final
Arsenal
was
at the
Chelsea
time.
Arsenal.
He was still at Arsenal at the time.
Wait,
That was the Chelsea Arsenal final.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it was he scored a goal for Arsenal in that where a ball was played in. It clearly looked like it was going to another man. Alexis came in. The man was going to was offside. Alexis came in, scored the goal. Originally, it was ruled offside. They went and talked the official talked to the linesman, then changed it back and ruled it as a goal. It's pretty. It was almost identical to what happened yesterday. And that one's still.
No, this cutout. I can't really call it a clip, but this cutout. I don't know where Man City fans are getting it from, but I have been bombarded with this here in my inbox for at least a good hour or so yesterday. Right? It says, however, a player can also influence play without touching the ball, and so should be given offside if the referee feels that their offside position has interfered with an opponent. For example, by preventing the opponent from playing the ball or by obstructing a goalkeeper's line of vision. So just to debunk that last part, he didn't obstruct at Ederson's line of vision. And also, he did not prevent Akanji from getting the football. I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. No,
exactly.
So we dealt with Marcus Rashford's positioning.
Correct.
I want to get into the second half where Bruno receives the ball and scores, and then the linesman goes up for offside.
Correct.
There is a concept in the refereeing world called wait and see, which applies to both the linesman and the man in the middle.
Correct.
You wait and see. You wait to see what develops out of the play.
Yeah.
Then you give your decision. Either you make a decision, you don't make a decision. You wait and see. And in my opinion, what the linesman did, which wasn't wrong, even though he still went up with his flag, it wasn't wrong because that is part of our training.
He's only human.
Not in terms of making a mistake, in terms of the
But I mean, he can only call what he sees in real.
Let's go with that. He can only call what he sees.
Yeah.
But had he just waited a bit more, he'd have seen that Rashford didn't interfere with the play or fulfill any criteria for being penalized in an offside position, and it went straight to Bruno and it goes into a goal. Now, people talking about VAR and VAR and VAR and VAR. Referees, on the whole, have VAR as a safety net.
Correct.
VAR is not the first line of decision making.
Second opinion.
Exactly.
Okay, the general public needs to understand that VAR is not the first line of decision making or exercising any of these 17 laws of the game. VAR is there as a second opinion, as a fallback, as an extra pair of eyes, as whatever you want to call it. Because the referee can still disregard VAR advice, because VAR is video assistant referee. He's an assistant referee to the man in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the referee still had the last say.
As the last say. So going into VAR now and the VAR protocol, VAR checks all goals. All of them. VAR, they don't need to show the viewing public of every check footage. And there's where a lot of people get confused because why they didn't show the VAR? VAR don't need to show you. You are the viewing public.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So
once the referee gets into the little earpiece.
Thank you. So in VAR's checklist of what they go through to check the goal, the ball has to end up in the back of the net first things first. Okay?
Yeah.
So being that the play resulted in the ball being in the back of the net, VAR gets involved. Well, okay, let's check the legitimacy of this goal. And then they will go through Marcus Rashford's position, how it played out, did it have any impact on the play, who received the ball, XYZ, ABC is the case. No, it wasn't a lengthy debate because it was black and white.
Yes.
For the referees to make. It was a very simple decision for the referees and even VAR to make. All right. In the interpretations of the law, there's actually a scenario that outlines this very instance. There's an example given that outlines this very instance where a player who's in an outside position runs towards the ball and his teammate is running towards the same ball. But the teammate who receives the ball, who was coming from an onside position, takes it and score. What does the referee do? Referee awards the goal because
let me ask I don't know if it's a stupid question, but let's say
there's no stupid questions.
True. Let's say it's four of us playing a game and we're on the same team, right?
Right.
And Devin passed the ball to me.
Right.
I am about to pass the ball to Mark Lewis, who is in an offside position.
Right.
Instead of touching the ball, Mark Lewis dummies it. And anybody doesn't know who you know what you know what dummy means, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Explain to everybody else capacity kind of like opens his legs, goes between the legs.
Correct.
And
It's something that Bruno is known for, right? So basically, I pass the ball to one of my teammates, and instead of them looking to
clean it, just later on pass.
Run past them or run through their legs or whatever, right? So let's say Mark Lewis dummies the football, but remember, Mark Lewis is in an offside
position,
and the ball dummies to Darren, who is in an onside position. That is allowed, correct?
Right, because Mark's dummying of the ball, did that impede the defender going towards the ball? Did he run across the goalkeeper blocking his line of sight? These are the intricacies people need to take into consideration when judging offside. Okay? So if Mark just open his legs and the ball runs through, did the action of Mark dummying the ball impact the defender from playing the ball? Yes, if it did, offside. Because now Mark has become active in the play.
Yeah.
I can bring another scenario to you.
No problem.
Mark, same thing. Devin passes the ball to me. I am about to pass the ball to Mark.
Mm-hmm.
A defender pulls down Mark, which means technically Mark still hasn't touched the football, and then you run onto it. Is that still the same thing?
No, two things.
Okay.
One, the mere fact that I run onto the ball, the advantage concept would be applied now.
Correct.
Okay. Correct. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Now, that's from ref's point of view. Anyone in the comments, let us know. Martin Phillip, you're a Manchester City fan. Let us know what you thought of the decision.
We all know what he granted.
Well, no. At the end of the day, Mark, I talked to various Manchester City fans yesterday, and they said the exact same thing, right? But then I also talked to other football fans, and they said, you know what? there was no interference whatsoever.
Yeah,
Right?
no interference. At first glance, when I saw it, I said, God, boy, Marcus, boy, that way you do. But when they show it over and over, I said, nah, he ain't touch the ball. And when I watch the defenders, them behind, as you say, he wasn't blocking Allison's side.
Correct.
Yeah, son. And the only person, in my point of view, that he could have shot was Bruno Fernandez.
Exactly. So he would have instructed he would have obstructed his own teammate.
His own teammate.
Correct.
So
give me some thoughts on Devin. I don't know if you gave your thoughts already on.
Yeah, well, I was saying it earlier. It was I was studying this like back and forth, left and right. At first glance, I thought he touched it. I'm gonna be very honest.
I thought so as
saw
well.
the replay. I said he did.
I thought so.
I thought he touched it. To be very honest. I watched the replay and then saw that he didn't touch it. My next thought, personally going through my head at the time, was, is he impeding Ederson's vision?
Correct.
I said no. He said no. He didn't touch the ball. I saw Bruno's the one that shot it, and I said, "Oh, that's got to stand." But then I started hearing like the argument from other fans talking about how if Rashford didn't do that, the defender who was chasing behind would have got that ball away, and it started making me go back and forth if that would make Rashford considered active or not. And as I did not go through the refereeing course, I did not have an answer. I said I do not know that answer. So that's where that was the only part of confusion that I had that goal. But as far as I was concerned, as soon as I saw that there was a very similar situation with that 2017 FA Cup final Alexis Sanchez goal, I said there's a precedence for this already.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
And I left it at that.
Now,
Yeah.
I am going to assume that none of us on this panel is giving this opinion from a Manchester
A fan? No. Football. A football perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah, football perspective. Nah, because when I see it, I thought he touched it, and I said, "Oh gosh, by now."
Here we're going on, Mark, because I was asked the question yesterday by at least 2 or 3 people. Had it happened to us in terms of somebody from City scoring that type of goal, would we be in uproar as well too? I answered it yes and no. I said yes, we will be in an uproar because at the end of the day, emotions at the moment would come. But give us some time to cool off and analyze what happened. Okay.
I would have said, okay.
Goal.
In the initial state, I would have said, oh God, yeah. Nah, that offside. When I see it over and over, I would have end up saying, yeah, boy. That good goal. Can't vex with that.
Well, it's also like, I think it was like a gray area to me.
Yeah.
People were saying like, oh, it was a bad call. It cost us the match and things like that. And my response was like, bad calls happen to every single team.
To everybody.
We were knocked out of the FA Cup last year because of a handball that was not called because the rules got modified. So
when Manchester United going through a sour patch,
it happens to everybody. But I said, if I know me, if we lost a game like that, I would have been fuming as well at first.
Right.
I would have had to have gone over the rules. I would have looked over the rules. And to me, like I said, until you clarify that just now, I still would have been thinking, okay, he should have been active because if he didn't do that, that defender would have gotten that ball. And that is an argument I could understand.
No, you know what? I'm going to put some on Manchester United bias now. Of course, you're going to benefit from that call. And we who cramp with VAR, enter the Manchester United boardroom that sat in their offices and come up with VAR to benefit us. Of course, we're going to get benefit from it, man. Come now, man.
So all the City fans who saying if Marcus did this and if Marcus didn't do that, if the moon was a cookie, it would not have no hungry people in the world.
True. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So only take that. Only take that. Yeah,
but objectively, yeah. Once you go through the laws of the game, you will clearly see that goal is a legit goal.
Yeah.
And like I said, my only issue was that the linesman, which he raised his flag, which again he is still
he entitled to do that.
He's entitled to do that.
Yeah.
He's entitled to do that. So it's not really a grouse or a mistake he made. It's just that he could have waited on it a little bit.
Yeah, heat at the moment he raised one time.
And that is understood. Unfortunately, VAR, he had VAR to fall back on.
Yeah.
I gonna see what Martin Phillip has to say. The law that governs the game is specific as to regards offside. No, as a City fan, it is hard to swallow. As fans, we are not all equipped the laws, and that's something Ref said earlier. Like at the end of the day, some fans will not understand Rule 11 or whatever, right?
Mm.
Because emotions come first, and then logic comes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mark Lewis mentioned a player because we got transition right now. Mark Lewis mentioned a player, and the floor is free for anybody. Guys, talk to me about Marcus Rashford.
Hmm.
Well, Chelios has to find that serum from the shady doctor and stockpile it because
For anyone, for anyone who doesn't know what Ref and Mark are talking about, explain what you're talking about.
Crank. It's about
Chelios.
a movie named Crank. Yeah.
All right, the premise of the movie is that this guy needs this jolt of adrenaline to keep his heart up, and he
Or else.
Oh, you mean
or else he
Crank?
dies. Crank,
Yeah.
yeah, crank.
Crank, yeah.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
okay.
know,
Crank.
So yeah. Anyway,
Marcus,
talk to me
yeah,
about
so
Marcus Rashford.
yeah, so what Marcus Rashford found, he needs to write down that formula and keep it safer than the Krabby Patty ingredients.
Yeah, boy.
Because
Friends. Yep.
no, we have a lot of big games coming up, and we need players to step up in those moments.
Yeah.
So Marcus Rashford, you keep doing what you're doing, and don't tell anybody else what you're doing. Just keep doing it.
Son. Don't even tell yourself. Wait till
No,
Just
don't
go
tell
ahead
yourself.
and do it.
Because I believe what Marcus Rashford has found is a peace of mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Last season, his mind was all over the place with what he doing for children and this and that and other,
Yeah.
outside issues other than the football, and he lost focus on the football last season there, where he went through that little rough patch. But I believe he went back when Ten Hag gave him time off, saying, relax yourself. He found a peace of mind and he refocused on the football aspect and helping the team. And he benefiting from it now. Because he has always been putting in hard work in the gym. We have all seen footage of him training. We always doing that. But the peace of mind, the mental, is mental in a different place now, I believe. So he's all enjoying the football now. Because Marcus Rashford 2 seasons ago, that little knock, he wasn't coming back out second half. Yeah, that old Marcus Rashford was done there. He was done for the day. Yeah, some people, when they asked him after the game thing, he said, nah, it was just a little knock thing, and he played through it. He drinking juice and he played through it. So I believe he found a peace of mind. You understand?
I also believe that I know we've mentioned it now on shows. I believe he's also getting proper coaching now on finishing properly.
Yeah.
That is Benny McCarthy. What a revelation Benny McCarthy has been. I know I've said his name on here on many shows, and I will keep on repeating it. How grateful that I am that we were able to get him in there now, because I attribute it's Rashford. Rashford has matured as a player. I also believe he is finally getting proper coaching on how to be a clinical finisher. I don't think who do we have before McCarthy that was helping out our forwards like that. I can't really think of anybody. And so he's getting that. It's also he had time off. He finally got the time to get his shoulder fixed. Had a break, obviously, and this is for overcoming adversity. He needs to write the book on this right now, because what he went through after the Euro final, and some of the abuse he was even getting from United fans trying to play hurt, and he's coming back and doing this now. Oh my God, what a revelation! Keep on going. Do not stop. And yes, Marcus, we will all be singing your song from here on out. Keep on going. How many games in a row is it now? 7 or 8 in a row? I think it's 8. I think it's 8 in a row.
Yeah, 8 in a row right now.
Keep on going. And I hope whatever that knock was is nothing serious. But yes, Marcus, it's absolutely phenomenal right now.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys realize, but there are a certain set of fans that are a bit triggered by Marcus Rashford scoring, and these fans are known as Arsenal fans, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Right? Because people will say, "Oh, well, it's Arsenal fans; they're automatically triggered." But I'll tell you the reason why. Because whenever Marcus Rashford scores, I thought I was the only one that was doing it, but I was doing it for kicks, right? But when you look across social media, the tag that's next to Marcus Rashford when he scores is Starboy. And Arsenal fans think that us Man United fans stole that hashtag from them because they refer to Bukayo Saka as Starboy,
Oh.
right? And I have seen Arsenal fans very triggered. Oh, look at this 25-year-old scoring against Burnley and Nottingham Forest, and they call him Starboy. Ha 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 ha. And we're like, okay, so he's our star boy. Oh, he's 25 years of age, and I'm like, okay, cool. But they are so triggered, like they are pulling their hair out and what's not, right? They don't want to focus.
To be honest about that, I could not care less what Arsenal fans think right now. Rashford's doing it.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
say whatever else. It's like for example, I know Saka today had 2 assists. I'm not gonna go on there and start bashing him for that. He played well. He played very well, and just leave it at that. But as far as them saying their opinion about him, could not care less.
Correct.
Perfect. Martin Phillip is saying, Mark, I'm happy to hear the United fans basking in their immediate success, as they should. But the league is still City owned to lose. Martin, I gotta tell you something right now, because there is something that Pep Guardiola said. I don't know if it was immediately after the game, but it was definitely after the game. Pep Guardiola said, I don't care about the league. I don't care about the Carabao Cup. We cannot win it. If you want me to send you the cut from ESPN, let me know, right? But that's what Pep Guardiola said after the game, right? I
Yeah.
call that.
Pep like to play a set of mind game. And he's an overthinker too. Simple things he does overthink it. You understand? That game against Southampton, he couldn't believe he would have lost against Southampton. So I'm gonna rest my big guns to Saturday, which
Correct.
they have all right to do because you're the head coach.
Right.
But when someone more than water now,
Before we get to another topic that's not really Manchester United related, would you guys start Marcus Rashford versus Crystal Palace, or rest him, or
Rest.
bring him on, or take him off after like a certain time frame?
I would bring on
I would start
Rashford.
him on the bench. I would start him on the bench.
yeah,
And give Veghorst his time to
it's time, yeah,
implement it. If we
Yeah.
need him towards the end, yes, bring him on, but give him a little bit of recovery for this game.
correct.
Okay,
Because that's the reason for signing a striker on loan. So you could rotate it. And Crystal Palace is a good game to give Weghorst his run out. And let me see what he could do in a red shirt.
perfect. And I share those exact sentiments as well too, right? Maybe if the game is going our way, then you could leave Marcus Rashford on the bench. But if the game
Yep.
needs another goal, then you bring on Marcus Rashford, right? Now, moving on. I don't know if you guys, when you were in school, there was this one person that used to copy off the next person, and the person who copied off the next person would have gotten a better grade than the next person.
Correct.
I don't know if you guys have experienced that.
Correct.
Imagine Mark Lewis copying off of me. Mark Lewis copied exact word for word. Mark Lewis get 95% and I get 89%. That's why I say, yo, Mark Lewis copy everything off me. And I get 85%. Mark Lewis get 95%.
Mine look original.
That is the exact scenario that Chelsea Football Club is adopting. Right? It's almost like they look to see what other clubs are doing in the transfer market. They look to see who other clubs are linked to, and then they're like, you know what?
It is almost like what we did with Alexis Sanchez.
Correct. That's a good analogy. But if you had to go back to the transfer window, Chelsea wanted to hijack every single deal from Rafinha. Who else? No, there was another player. I can't remember. But then if you look,
It was a defender, Kunde.
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Jules Koundé and Rafinha. Those are the two guys that Chelsea wanted to hijack, right? Now, if you fast forward now, the likes of Joe Felix, for some reason, I did not see him going to Chelsea. And now, even recently, this guy from Shakhtar Donetsk, Mudrick,
Murdick or something like that. Yeah.
yeah. He all of a sudden will be going to Chelsea for 108 million. But the
Hmm.
funny thing is that
And
Arsenal
he's
fans
on
were
an 8.5
quoting.
year contract. An 8 year contract. Like wow.
Wait, he's on an
Yeah,
8 year
who,
contract.
who does that in
Yes,
this day
eight
and
and a
age?
half years.
Who does that?
Eight.
Apparently,
Yes, 8.
Chelsea.
Like this
Apparently,
day
Chelsea
and
does that.
age. 8-year
Yeah,
contract. What is that?
you're lucky.
Let me pull up the specifics of it right now.
Yeah, when you pull it up, I just want to say that the likes of Chelsea, they're hijacking any and every deal, boy. It's almost like they don't do their research. They wait to see what other clubs do, and boom, they put up like 70, 80 mil and start to talk, and then all of a sudden it goes through. Right? It's almost like
Yeah,
like
eight
two
and a half
guys,
year contract.
8.5 year
Jesus.
contract. So
Wow.
He's signed to Chelsea until the summer of 2031.
Wow.
he's 20. He's 22 years old, which means 22 plus
22.
8 is what 30.
Yes. Yeah.
My gosh, boy! Wow.
So whoever wanted he had to come and buy out everything had to come good.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
this is
Real good.
I'm trying to figure out what I'll see if I can find what his salary is, but 8.5 years with So all right, so I stand corrected. It's 7.5 years with the option to extend for another 12. So whatever, 8.5 basically.
boy.
what is that?
I don't know if you guys have an opinion, but what do you guys think of that hijacking?
That is
And I mean hijacking in terms of Arsenal fans were literally saying it's a done deal for them that
right.
Madrid will be an Arsenal player. Madrid himself even posted on Instagram a couple of times some Arsenal games where Arsenal were winning, and then he was like saying, "Yeah,
All right, so he's going to be on 7.5 million euros a year. So I got to figure out what that is per week now. Divide that by 52. Figure that out. So it's over. I think it's 150. I think it's 150.
That is money talks and bullshit run.
Right, that is it.
That's it.
That is it.
Yeah.
This kind of way reminded me of how PSG just slap up Barcelona for Neymar.
Yeah.
Like you really think
Yeah,
that number would have
it's
fight?
150 a week.
Exactly. You really think that these cowboys gonna let money stop them from doing anything? No. So what you trying to do? You tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you how I'm going to do something different from that.
Correct.
But ref. If you and another man in the club,
right,
and one man buying this girl drinks and sweet talking her, and at the end of the night she gone home with you, how you think that man gonna feel?
Like he will be the boo boo man of the week.
It's
that
is the same argument that I use that right there is the same argument that I use whenever people argue they should have won a match because they had more possession. I'm like, you had all that possession, but you didn't do anything with it at that time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let them carry that possession to the bank.
It is the exact same thing. Anybody want to argue that there's a difference? Please.
Yeah, possession go with games.
David, I don't know if you remember. You remember when Celtic played Barcelona?
And Celtic beat them.
But how much was the possession? Wasn't it 98 to 2% or something?
It was somewhere there.
It was 90 to 10% or something like that, man.
The last time I checked, goals win matters no possession.
That's the only
right. It's how you finish. It's how you finish the night or the match that matters.
Yeah,
not what you do. That you can have it all day long. All I need is one moment, and I take advantage of that one moment. And guess what? End of the day,
that man buying drink whole night.
You don't get the win for possession. You don't get the girl just for possession. Yeah, it's just like that.
That man buying drink whole night, and all she do is come out the club and see where the ref driving her. And that is it.
That is it. You minding that whole night buying drinks, you're dancing with she, all kind of thing, and all right, cool, no problem.
As it's time to go home, she come out and see a Rolls Royce, and you driving a B15.
But you know
I
what
couldn't.
you know what else ref should do at that point? He should tip the DJ as you're walking out, dedicate it to the man. Take bamboo, yeah, take. That's exactly what it should be after that.
Yeah, like come on, man. So I really here thinking that okay, Arsenal, all you feel nice and no problem,
No
but
problem.
just know you not even big in your own city.
Well, this is, but like, so what? The other thing that I try to like, I hate to be the buzzkill right now with this argument right now. And as much as I want to sit there and talk to the Arsenal fans and gloat and all this stuff and whatnot, we still have half the season to play. A
Yeah.
lot can happen during this time. So it again goes with my mindset of cautiously optimistic. I'm happy
Yeah.
with what I'm doing right now.
Can't
But
wait to for that.
if Casemiro or Rashford goes down, we are in trouble. And with that being said, we are the only English side that is still in all competitions that we initially entered in. So this squad is going to get stretched out. This second half is not going to be easy. Again, I am happy with where we are right now, but do not start getting cocky yet. Do not start getting cocky. Yes, just keep focused on what you're doing. Don't let any outside noise get in. Don't just focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can go through some of the comments here before I kind of switch back to Manchester United. Zahir, thanks for joining, buddy. Rashi got wise and no woman worries equals beast mode on the field.
I thought he got back with that girl. I thought he got back with that girl, though, to be honest.
He did, yeah. Zahir is also saying 9 in a row at home. Yes, I love it. Robert is saying, welcome back, Big Phil. Big win. Yes, Devin hot for president. Boy, anytime Devin wears the hat, we win. So keep wearing it. If you're going to wash it, I will wash it for you and ship it back to you. Said, MUFC has star boy. Trinidad has second star. Asa have fallen star. Boy.
See, that goes right along with what I was just saying. Don't start getting too cocky yet. Like we
still
have no. I'm not going. I would drink the Kool-Aid when we have a cup to drink the Kool-Aid out of.
True, correct. Martin, mind games are you taking Pep serious? And then instead of me replying to Martin, Robert has done it and said, by the way, Martin, for that Pep is a fraud. Haaland is a fraud. Still can't find Haaland since yesterday.
And I just say that I must get special mention.
So you have to give credit for that to Fred. Cutting off for what he did.
You rush me.
And it's crazy because the one time De Bruyne got away from Fred, it
Let's go.
The one time. So, but other than that, I also think Shaw.
But I got to ask you guys a question because I got to switch it back into Manchester United because in the lineup there was no Anthony and there was no Martinez. Ten Hag chose to start with Shaw at centre back and Fred.
I have a theory for that.
Yep.
And so what I am thinking is that obviously remember that Martinez is suspended for the first leg against Barcelona.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that he's already been trialing Shaw out there because he does not trust Maguire to start. And it's evident that you brought somebody like for the fact that you're bringing in Shaw to play, and now it says, and when you have Maguire, it says a lot about what Maguire's stance is with Ten Hag. But I also believe he started doing that now so that Shaw and Varane have enough time to figure out chemistry ahead of that Barcelona match. This match right now today, it was the warm up. This was the test right here to see how we would do, how they could play in a big game situation. Martinez did come in at the end, which I still think it was a tactical masterclass. And I also think it also meant because City was preparing for they probably thought City was going to prepare for Martinez in the defense.
Yeah.
You throw that.
Let me ask you a question, Devin, and I'll get to Mark and Ref afterwards. Let's say we get a result in the first leg versus Barcelona. We played well. Let's say we beat them 2-0 or 3-1.
All right.
In the second leg, do you start Martinez at left centre back or do you go with Shaw again? That got you thinking.
I would go with Martinez. I would go with Martinez and put Shaw out wide.
So you will put Shaw back in his natural position and put Martinez.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. Mark Lewis and Ref, Yesterday, Anthony and Martinez did not start yesterday. I kind of see why Martinez didn't start, but in terms of Anthony, he's always the guy on the right side that always starts. What you guys thought of that? That's something that had you concerned, or it doesn't really matter.
No, in the sense that Anthony is very easy to defend against.
Correct. Completely agree with you.
Okay.
Very easy, very easy. And the caliber of City's defense, you'll be wasting time.
Yeah.
You'll be wasting a lot of time putting Anthony there. So I wasn't surprised to see him not started. With Martinez, I wasn't too sure what angle he was taking. The only thing that I came up with at the time was Shaw is in form in that position, so you keep it going, you know. And he's not and Shaw is a very capable defender, going backward and going forward. Shaw is very capable, so that versatility, that two-way player that he is, Martinez is not there yet. So I think that's what Ten Hag needed against City. That players that could play both ways. So
it also kind of shows that it also kind of shows that Ten Hag isn't afraid to bench Martinez.
Yeah,
he's not afraid. As much as good as Martinez is, and we all love him and Butcher and everything like that, you are on the bench for a reason, not because even if I don't like it, even if that's the reason. I don't like it. There's a reason why you're there. Everything Ten Hag does is for a reason. Either you like it, you don't like it. You play a role or you could bust out.
Yeah. Everybody have a role to play.
Yeah. Everybody have a role to play, man. So
and to me, I feel Anthony and settling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I was seeing his performances of late.
Yeah.
He ain't really, he needs to cut down on the showboating a little bit. I know that is your style of play, but you have to know when to do it and how to do it.
True.
Yeah, son.
True.
Settle in, get a feel for the football, and then don't start the game showboating. You settle in, simple, and that right foot, you gotta learn to use that right foot too.
Yeah, man, right foot is a stage purpose. You just need to look balanced as a human being. So they just put a right foot on him. They're not doing nothing.
The day you go past a man and swing that right foot and cross, I dive in my TV. I dive in my TV. And he'll catch people too.
He will catch a lot. He'll catch people.
I am buying a lotto ticket the day that happens. That's how I look at that.
I'm gonna go through a couple of comments here right now before we transition into the last part of the Ole Talk, right? Of Ole Talk. Martin, Chelsea will not even be playing Europa this year, Sterling, and they're going to have a well-deserved vacation. That is so true. Chelsea in 10th, right?
Yep.
Although the 10th.
Conference League is 8th and 7th, right?
Yeah.
And then Europa League
I think it depends. It depends on like who wins the FA.
Who wins the FA Cup and all of that, yeah.
As well.
But Chelsea the FA Cup, no?
Because if I remember, the winners of the FA Cup get an automatic berth into the Europa League. Now, if one of those FA Cup winners is already in a top 4 position, then it moves on to the next position in the next position, spot. I think that's how that goes.
Yeah. Chelsea when I play Sunday league football.
So basically, to give another example to allude to what Devin is saying. Let's say Man United win the Europa League.
Right.
And Man United maintain the top 4 position. Then another Champions League spot will be given to the 5th or 6th place. That's correct, right?
I believe so, yeah.
No, I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's correct.
What do you mean?
Because I think then like if you already have those spots, then the fifth and sixth place would then just go to Europa League, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they finish outside the top four and win the Europa
Right,
League, then I
right,
think
that's
we have
it.
five.
If Man United had to finish outside the top four, but win the Europa League, then there will be 5 English
Yes,
teams
yes.
in the Europa League. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, okay.
Which is what that's if I remember, that's what happened in 2017 with us.
Because
I think
Leicester was in the Champions League as well. So there were about 6 teams. There were 6 or 5 teams, right?
because I remember Jose prioritized the Europa League over top four
Correct.
when we won that title.
Martin is saying, look how the Arsenal players were celebrating after the game today. Well, there are 8 points ahead of you, Martin, boy. You better find some way to make
Whoa.
that gap, boy. I mean,
Whoa.
if we beat them at Emirates, there'll be only 5 points ahead of you. Bearing in mind that you win your game, right? But you gotta find some way to make up that, boy, here. And it kind of
I keep on saying there's still lots of season to play. Anything could
Yeah.
happen.
Anything could happen.
I think the Arsenal players were well within their rights to celebrate a victory
To
against their
celebrate,
rivals
yeah.
today. You celebrate a little bit. Do not let it get to your head. Relax, have a fun time out. But tomorrow you get focused right back to business. But tonight, yes, go out and celebrate. Don't do anything stupid. Just make sure you're ready to be at training or recovery. I assume recovery session the next day, or I don't know if they give them the day off or something like that. But just remember, there's lots of season to go, and that's what the bottom line is. So have your fun today, but be ready to finish out the season strong.
Because you're on top. Can't tell all you're not you're on top.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, look, 8 points ahead of City, and January is about to end. That's still a good feat, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's go into the last segment of our old talk, right? But before I do that, I'm gonna share this here, right? This was said by Eric Ten Hag prior to this season. I admire them both, Manchester City and Liverpool. But you will always see an era come to an end, right? Now, I love these words from Ten Hag, but the question I have for you guys, and I guess Devin has been stressing on it a lot, but what do you guys think, or what should Manchester United do from here on out? Where do we go from here? Do we say, you know what, go for the title, or just take it easy and take it one game at a time, or just wait for other teams to slip up? I don't know. You guys tell me.
I think we should take it one game at a time because pretty soon we're going to have a run of games with a 2 to 3 day gap in them. So you play Monday, your next game is Thursday, and then Sunday, and so it goes. And then again, we have big teams to play very soon.
Yes.
So it's too early to say, well, okay, forget the league, we focus on Europa. Or forget Europa, we focus on the league. Or once we win the Carabao, anything could happen because we have a title. Keep that one foot in front of the other methodology. One foot in front of the other right now. Right now. Keep it like that.
Yep.
Now, I will admit, I said this on another podcast where if we do beat Arsenal, I think we should go for the title. And that's just me. Right? I don't know what Devin or Mark think about with regards to the comment I just made or the question I asked about 2 minutes ago. Where should we go from here?
I think right now, yes, beating Arsenal will be very important. But right now, I think after that, the focus needs to be on Carabao Cup, solely on Carabao Cup. Get a trophy, get end the trophy drought. Get first and foremost. After that, you go one match at a time.
But Devin, they might laugh at you.
With that being said, the next step now after Carabao Cup, depending on how we are with the league, if results are still going well and whatnot, the next priority is Barcelona.
Devin, they're gonna rival fans are gonna laugh at you saying, "Oh, but Manchester United celebrating the Carabao Cup. Look how the mighty have fallen." They're gonna laugh at you, Devin.
Again, I could not care less. You remember what I said? I could not care less about what the other fans are thinking right now. The focus right now is laser focus just on United. Get from there. Go just get from the focus of other people. I could care less. I don't give a rap what nobody think.
Before I come to you, Mark Lewis, I can put a scenario. We get to a Carabao Cup final and we lose, they can stick it on us. So I would rather win.
That's fine.
I would rather win.
And you know what? Let them. You know what? That's fine because then you know what else? We're still other competitions. I would like to go after all. I would like to go after everything that we can. But right now, you focus on what is the next thing in front of you. We have Crystal Palace, which I would like to see Rashford get rest. Arsenal, go all out against Arsenal. Go for that statement against them. But then after that, like Carabao Cup, focus on that. Focus on getting past Forest. Get to that final, and then after that, it's Barcelona. And then after that, you keep on going with that. But I believe if we get past Barcelona, we have a very good chance at Europa League as well too. If we get past Barcelona,
and I tend to agree with David because take for instance the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Arsenal is consider themselves the FA Cup kings. Yeah, they win plenty FA Cup. And every time Arsenal get knocked out of that FA Cup competition, the fans will be, there's a teacup. We don't want that.
correct.
Right? So, I don't really care what the fans on them say, bashing because they are accustomed bashing whether we winning or we losing. So, the closer you get to a cup, then you win that cup. We Carabao Cup, all right. We end up in the final and we win. That could be the start of something bigger to come.
Correct.
You understand? So you get to the Carabao Cup, you win it, all right, People might consider it a small cup, but that might be the jump start to kickstart the players on them into that habit of winning more and more trophies and cups.
let the players experience that taste of winning.
Yeah,
a cup
let them players
and let them get that feeling and Ten Hag in the dressing room. Remember this feeling. Remember what it took to get here. Now we have 3 other competitions that if we win Carabao Cup, we have 3 other competitions we could win. You remember how good this feeling felt? You want it again. As hard as we work now, we have to work even harder now. But just remember how good this feeling feels. We want it more. Continue to work harder.
Yeah, right. But for now, let me focus Wednesday against Crystal Palace. And then after that, we look down the road to Arsenal. See if we could do the double over Arsenal, push them up a little bit. And then after that, we start to go game by game. And everything, trust me, once we focus on game by game, everything will fall into place. Everything will fall into place. But that Carabao Cup experience, I would like us to win it so the players and them could get a feeling of how it is to win something. It could be, as I said, teacup. It could be whatever. Just get a feeling of winning. That winning feeling, because a lot of our players haven't experienced that winning feeling for some years. The closest we came was the Europa where we lost on penalty kicks.
The Villarreal, yeah.
Yeah, so let's get our feeling and let me get our winning habit and let me start to reap the reward from the performances we have been putting in of late. So they could say what I want.
I kind of share the sentiments of you guys because I obviously after a win you're gonna get obviously emotional and you're gonna start to think long term. Yo, let's go for the title. Yo, we can do we can win the Carabao Cup. We can win the FA Cup, right? By the end of the day, having these sort of sessions a day after, you kind of like calm down and say, you know what? Let's take it day by day. Let's take it by match, right? Let's focus on Crystal Palace right now.
Exactly. That's next focus.
And then after Arsenal, do we play Barcelona or do we have to wait another week or two?
We don't play them till February, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Let me look up the schedule right now. But
fair enough. But yeah, ref. What we were just
we have After Arsenal, we have Nottingham Forest on the 25th. On the 28th, we have Reading. February 1st, we have Forest again, second leg. And then February 4th, we have Crystal Palace. February 12th, we have Leeds. And then February 16th, we have Barcelona. So we got a few games in between there.
You're right. So we can take it step by step.
So,
Mhm.
Ref, before
Yeah.
you left, I think you gave your answer with regards to taking each to just taking the season match by match. That's what you said, or
Yeah.
you said something different?
Match
Oh,
by match. Match by match. This is match by match.
okay, perfect. Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, when emotions are involved, you get a big
Mhm.
win versus City. You're thinking like, "Yo, let's go and win everything. Let's go for the title. What's not right?" And these are things that I saw on social media, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, but I think most of us share the same sentiments where you just take it match by match,
The
right?
the the basis for my answer was that we do not have the squad depth.
Correct.
We
I need to-
don't we do have that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Let me ask you guys a question. Going forward, I don't think it's a stupid question or not. Going forward, should we take every match seriously as if it's like a semi-final or final? Should we take every match seriously? Whether it's an EPL, Carabao Cup, Europa League, FA Cup, should we take every match seriously?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Two
Yes.
matches are
And
final.
every match is serious. Now, if you're saying serious by putting our strongest lineup up every single match, no.
No.
You have to
No.
rotate the side. You have to rotate the side. We have way
Yeah.
too many fixtures left to do that. So you take every match seriously, but you also want to take it in a way where, okay, this seems like a good match where this player could come in here. I could introduce this
Yeah.
player in, let him get accustomed to the system while giving this player rest. So you got to rotate the side properly. But just to write
Yeah.
it off and be like, oh, I'm just going to play a match full of youth because we're playing Everton right now. And I'm only saying that because of the form that they're in right now.
Yeah.
But
You have to do that because
you have
you have to
to
let it.
take every
Yeah.
single match seriously. Take it one match
Yeah.
at a time while also rotating the side properly.
Yeah, and you have to let the players understand that too. Not because you're a regular starter and you ain't starting, that don't mean I'm not taking the game serious.
Exactly.
Understand? So you have to let every player know that
How
every
many
game serious.
signings under Ole did we start out strong and burn out at the end because we used the same players?
Exactly. And that happens to us in the same Euro final. Europa final. Europa
Correct.
final, we turn out, we run flat. Yeah, son.
Fair,
So
fair,
take it serious, but with rotation.
serious, but with rotation. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me ask one more question before we end and close the bar. Do you guys think we will get any more signings in before January ends?
Maybe a midfield if we can figure out a loan deal. But besides that, I can't see anything else.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I agree with Devin in this one there. I mean, I'm not seeing no
I'm saying,
permanent signings for January.
yeah.
I'm
The
not
important
seeing
sign I want to see for January is new owners.
it.
That is
It,
exciting. But
yeah,
I ain't seeing no permanent signing for this month, the remainder of January.
mm, my girl loan, and
Yeah.
that'll be nice and everything, but I'm not seeing a permanent sign.
I feel
No.
all the permanent signings will come when the season done and new owners come in and
Mm.
all them kind of stuff. But for now, we gotta go with quality loan deals, quality, not just loan deals, quality loan deals.
I agree, definitely. And if that loan deal works, so if the loan deals that we get in the future work out, who knows? We can turn them from loan deals to permanent buys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Anyway, guys, today was a good time at the bar. We discussed the Manchester Derby. We discussed if Bruno's goal was legit, thanks to the ref for articulating his thoughts on if that goal was legit. We
Yeah,
gave
man, no problem.
we gave
Anytime.
a boo boo man and a top shotter of the week. We're talking about Chelsea hijacking everybody deal, and then the last part of the segment was just us talking about where do we go from here as Manchester United are on a very good run of form. Devin, Mark Lewis, and the ref, thank you very much for coming on. Big Phil out, and as President Chad would say, Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply.
Facts.
Good morning, good evening, and good night wherever you're watching. Hey, if you appreciate what we're doing here at the United Hour, please like,